In the past, I found it tremendously frustrating to go camping or getting back from skiing or whatever the case may be, or just hauling stuff around and then it's dark outside and you got to move stuff out of the truck bed, but you can't see it. And that little lamp that we have that shines from the top down in doesn't carry a lot of light. Today I'm going to see how much light that back bed light casts, and I'll evaluate that using a light meter. Then I'll add the 2 OEM lamps in the back of the bed too, and see what difference it makes with the light meter to determine how much light it's adding. My hope is that I can add enough light that it makes it easy to see things at night, especially when I'm camping and out in the stars and there's not a full moon. All right, everybody, so to make this scientific and to make it accurate, what I'm going to do is make sure that we have consistent lighting, because as I work on this, the lighting from outside is going to change and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get aluminum foil and I'm going to block off all the lighting in here and in this window over here, so that we can then evaluate with a light meter how much difference it's going to make by adding these new lights into the equation. Give it a test, shall we? I'm gonna turn off the lights. Well, it's certainly not perfect. I hope to make it absolutely pitch dark, but it is pretty darn dark inside here.
Do you see anything?
I see a light.
I'm gonna turn on the light meter now. And why do I feel like I have to whisper now that it's dark? I'm gonna turn on the light meter and see how much light we're really getting. All right. This is what it's looking like in the back of the bed of the truck. Let me turn the lights on. All right, this is what it's looking like. This is what I got to get into when I'm trying to unload while I'm camping, or maybe getting done skiing, coming back late, whatever the case may be. You know, it's okay when you have a garage light, but if you don't have any light, then you're kind of sunk. When talking about lighting, you may be more familiar with lumens. Lumens has to do with the amount of light a source puts out. You might buy a lamp or a flashlight that says, you know, it's 450 or 1,000 or 10,000 lumens. And that has to do with the actual source, whereas lux has to do with the amount of light that is cast from any source into a space. So, you know, here we go. We lay down the light meter in the center of the bed. And what it's doing is not measuring the lumens that come out of each light source, but rather how much light is falling across this entire space. And that measurement is the lux. This is a taco timeout. Would you take just a moment, please, and do this right here? Now go ahead, do it. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Okay, for this, I'm going to use the Toyota Genuine Parts bed lighting kit. It's part number PT857352000. I'll put this in the notes down below so you can find this and get it too. And it really wasn't that expensive. And I'll tell you, as far as getting this for an easy install, this is totally the way to go. So let's get it going. Let's put it together. We're just going to use this plastic pry tool so that we won't mar the rest of the bed. And we're going to pop this thing out. It's just got a little compression clip right here that we'll use then. You just push that up and it'll release. And then on the top, it'll have the little tongs there that just slip out then. All right, you're gonna note on this harness that there are 2 different plugs. And this one with the red gasket inside is going to go inside the truck. And this one right here with the 2 prongs is going to connect inside your lamp. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, clicking that onto the lamp fixture. Until we hear the click. There's a hole right back here that connects through the bed frame and goes into the tail light cavity where there's a dummy plug. And I'll show you both of those. All right, what we're looking for is this cavity right here. Now I've already taken off the tail light on the back so I can see through that very clearly. But we're gonna feed that cable right through here. right, with that cable fed through, now I'm gonna go the exact same as I did before. There's the two sides, two prongs that rest in the top, and there's the little receiver that goes on the bottom. So I'm gonna press that up in the top and just press it until it clips on the bottom. That's it. We're gonna remove these 1, 2, 3 bolts here, and we're gonna use a 10 millimeter to take that off. Yeah, you're gonna have to give it just a little bit of a tug. It's got these pressure mounted clips that just go into a pressure receiver there, and you gotta just pull them straight out. And you'll notice that we've got a little place here to clip this in, either here or here, and it seems to fit more comfortably right there. Then this right here is a dummy clip.
Oh, you in trouble, dum-dum.
Meaning it's just, this is the power to the light, but this is just here to keep it from getting contaminated and just ready to receive this later. A lot of dust over time. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just clip that into place. Here, click. Now we just take our housing and slip it back into place. And remember, I'm just lining it up with those compression receivers there, tapping it into place. That's in there snug. Now let's go ahead and put the bolts back in. Light's actually on and it's working. It's a good thing to check too. I guess before you close it all up, it is working. Yeah, I left that on purpose just so that I would know that they were working when I plugged them in. That's it. All right, now let's do the same thing to the other side. Both lights are working. Now we can test to see what difference it makes. And this is, again, what we're getting without any, this is just in the center of the bed without any assisted lighting. Now I'm gonna turn on the squid launcher in the back. Oh, that's pretty substantial. Now we're up to 38. Man, I have to admit, that's quite a difference. I mean, it's lighting things up. There's my aluminum all lit up. But it's lighting up the garage too. I mean, it's sending quite a bit of light in here. What a difference. That's substantial. I'm pleased. So, you know, again, it goes back to that idea that sometimes when I'm camping or getting back from skiing or whatever the case may be, that I kind of can't see the gear and figure out where things are. Now I can see in there really clearly. That's fantastic. This has been my very first edition of Taco Time here on DIY with Confidence, where we've introduced some work on the Tacoma. Watch in upcoming weeks where I will do some other simple and inexpensive things to upgrade and make life in your Tacoma just a little bit more pleasant. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jared from DIY with Confidence, and I'll see you next time.